Hello there and welcome. It's time for another Shatterpoint Battle Report. This time trying to get all of the new bounty hunters on the table. I've gotten the Armorer box, Lando's box, and Beer's box on the table previously, so this time trying to get that. We don't need their Scum box on the table as well. And first off, of course, making more of a bounty hunter focused list. So we've got the Mandalorian, of course. We're putting IG-88 with him and filling that out with the wing guards. And on the other side, we have Lando with Bossk and IG-11. So a lot of people trying to get the IGs together. Bossk helps fill out that out points wise. He's also got the revenge trigger for other bounty hunters being wounded. And people have also recognized kind of a fun combo between Lando and Bossk, where on Lando's activation, he can choose a scoundrel within 4 and give them, if they're on his team, give them a dash and give them all the conditions that he's gotten through let's see, sabak shift. So sabak shift, once per turn, when you reveal a unit's order card, this unit may gain a condition it does not have, and then if it does, refresh to force and shuffle this unit's order card back into your deck, then reveal the next card. So he's going to be putting conditions on himself, and but once he actually does activate, he can potentially choose Bossk, give him the conditions, and then when Bossk activates, he'll just shed all those conditions at the start of his activation anyway. So that hopefully that's a fun combo that we can get going here. Lando, of course, isn't a bounty hunter, but he's got the Scoundrel synergy for Mando. Yeah, so try out the fun combo there, mainly between Lando and Bossk. Again, possible that another primary might be better there, but I also want to figure out kind of where Lando shines, because in the last game where I played him, he felt a little bit replaceable. And also, because we're bringing Lando, we can't bring Lando and R2, so kind of have to go with the wing guards. They're fine, but Lando, R2, they feel a little more thematic, I guess. But going with that, and on the other side, Boba Fett can take on the Galactic Empire tag, so it kind of made sense to try and put him into a Empire focused list. And I had him with Vader because I think some people have been using him with Vader, and then Dengar as the last bounty hunter, who I'm actually most interested in trying because I think he's just kind of a solid character with steadfast and immunity to pin, as well as free bounty hunt reserves and that sort of thing. On the trail, just free dash as a tactic rather than having to pay for it. So I think he's just going to be solid, maybe not the most eye-catching, but very solid, as well as his tree with the conditions and shoves, pretty early shoves, I'd say. So he's the one that actually stuck out to me the most out of the 4. But even though he's kind of just filling in the 4th slot in a way in this list. But anyway, I had Dengar over here, but realized that Boba can just give himself the Galactic Empire tag, so that might come into play when we have Moff Gideon go, and he needs to choose the Galactic Empire character within 4 to do the dash. So swapped him over there. I also think it's going to be interesting to see. I realized kind of just now that that also puts all of my jumps on the left side of the board in that squad. But what I was intending to split up is the immunity to pin, because the Dark Troopers have immunity to pin and protection. Dengar has immunity to pin and steadfast. So pretty kind of tanky on this side, and probably difficult to displace because of also, of course, Dark Trooper's immovable ability. So the bounty hunters got first priority with the roll, so they'll be going first. I chose Sabotage Showdown because I think that lends itself a little better to the bloodbath that I assume the bounty hunters are going to want to be trying to do. So that's what I picked there. They'll be going first. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. I maybe should have thought about this when deploying the Empire Squad. But Mando didn't get to choose to avoid the Dark Troopers, who can't be moved by his clan of 2. But I kind of just threw out Empire based on where I think I'll need the more jumps on this side of the board, and so maybe that worked out to the bounty hunters' advantage. Now, the bounty hunters will be a body down because of IG-11, and the other side of the board, the Empire side, will be a body up, kind of, because of Moff Gideon's tiebreaker. So another thing that might have come into play. But let's get started. We have pulled the first card. It's going to be regroup, so remove 2 damage or a condition. So that also helps maybe the Lando player out a bit. And let's see who's first. And it is Lando. So we will take a condition in order to shuffle him back in. We won't, of course, get to refresh anything, but we want to be able to take advantage of his refresh later, because we're only getting 5 force. So we're going to hit the wing guard, and they can definitely make it over to that point. So yeah, I have to go with the next card, so I can't put them in reserve, even though it would be free. They have steadfast, so let's body up at that point. We'll take our advance first. Not really going to matter the order on this, but we'll take that first. Move action, and then do spend 1 for our headlong assault, get a dash. We won't get the impact, but that's, we're not going to be making an attack here anyway. Come up. Alright, and thank you to the person who commented that if you hold down both buttons on the mouse, that it keeps the character at that level, which I just used there, and it is very handy. Drag a little closer just to get within 1, and then the other one will also pop up, and so we'll get. We have steadfast, but we're also going to be backstopping each other. So that'll make that annoying to try and get. we might as well get a hunker. And of course, I've covered that point, but we will be controlling 3. And the Empire will be controlling 2 points. No one scores on the first turn, so we will pass it over to Empire. And I think I shuffled, but we'll do it again. We get the Dark Troopers. Dark Troopers can definitely basically do the same thing the Wingguard did. Go up by this point and be very annoying to deal with. So yeah, let's do that. Just take our normal advance here first. Oh, okay. Well, that's maybe not quite what we want to have happen there. Just bulldozing our way through. Got it. All right. And then we will have them jump. And maybe we might need... Oh yeah. No, we could just jump over this ingress point. So that is this guy. He will go there, I think. Because then I think he's going to need to do the same thing if he gets close enough at all. Closer. I mean, I could also just sit here and be within 2. I guess I should have I guess I should have done the take cover first. Post right there. Before all this movement. So yeah, let's say I did that. Because my opponent isn't going to complain. And that would get me, yeah, then I'd have the distance there. Let's stack up that point. Yeah, maybe sit him, backstop there. That'll get that point. We'll put a hunker on him. Spent force for jump boots. And that's the Dark Troopers, so they will score 3. And so next for the bounty hunters, we get the Shatterpoint. So this is interesting. Because we could have the Wingguard take that point, although we would just be kind of serving them up for Vader, definitely. If they get both, that would be interesting. But there's no way to get directly up there, so I don't think they can get both. What else he got? So IG-88 has a dash. Active ability to give out conditions, and he can get rerolls. Let's see, what's this tree like again? I thought he had earlier access to the repositions there, but not so. He has early reposition. What's this thing again? So he can make 2 attacks. He also has On the Hunt. 2 attacks, pretty early reposition. Let's do it. We go with IG-11. He's gonna dash. He's gonna move. Bend that a little bit. Okay. Earth in 5. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Okay. So, tactic dash, move action. Now we're going to do a combat action, and we're going to use his 3 extra dice. 10. They're hunkered, so they are going to get 7. Because, yeah, this one doesn't have to be a combat action, right? Oh, it is a combat action. Okay. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's add the 3 more. So we'll roll 13 on this attack. So they are rolling 7 on the Dark Trooper side. So we get 5 expertise, which is 2 crits and a damage. So it'll be 4 crits, 3 hits. And so 3 blocks. That'll be another 2 blocks and a crit to hit. Okay, so 5 blocks, crit to hit. So all the hits will be blocked, even the crit that's changed. So that'll be 3 getting through. So we will do 4 damage down to 3 and the reposition. Oh yeah, that's definitely getting there. And then again, I should have just done. Well, no, I need the actions. Couldn't have done take cover before that. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to. We do lose a momentum for that. And then we'll do our 5 dice attack, which we're going to add 3 dice to again. Don't have any momentum to lose. So that'll be down to 8. Dengar. Do we need to attack Dengar? I mean, we could just attack the ISBs. They only have 4. Yeah. We'll attack the ISBs. Start working on the supports that Gideon is going to be moving around. So 2 expertise. Two expertise is going to be a crit. So 2 and 2, 1 block, and an expertise, another block. So 2 crits getting through. That will get our 2 damage and the reposition. And so that will get us up here. Which way do we want to go? Let's go like that. And they have to be behind us to shove. Yeah. There. Okay. And then that will get us that point. And yeah, I lost momentum, but I have none to lose. So we will get 4. And that's IG-11 already across the board. So next for the Empire team, we have Moff Gideon. So well, we could do a similar thing, really. We could, why not within 4 to put anybody? No. So the dash pretty much has to go to Boba. We could be repositioning one of them over to steal that objective. How easy is he going to be to displace? He has repositions. So yeah, we could definitely swing the 4 points back here, I think. Maybe shove him down in the process for somebody to beat him up a bit. So we will send Boba this way. Did a primary go? No, no primaries are gone. So Boba Fett's gonna pop up here. I do want to keep him in range of that point. He is going to go this way. And I know it's he's leaving this side of the board, but they also just left that side of the board. We're still leaving 3 bodies to 2 over here. So I think that'll be okay. Mando's probably going to be the bigger problem than Lando. So he's going to do a move action, which doesn't actually get him there, I don't think. Let's see. Now this would be pre-measuring. It would not work in a tournament setting, but yeah. Okay, so take cover first. So he's not going to get the attack off, but that's okay. Because we're still going to, so take cover first, move, and put him up here, as long as that is actually in range. I think, well, I think, yeah, we go this way then. Yeah, because that's definitely within 1. And so we will take that. We'll spend 1 for when they live the Empire. That'll do 2 damage to the Dark Trooper. Now, both sides are playing very aggressively, but I did mention I want to see a bloodbath here, probably. So, yeah, that's where I want. Okay, so Dark Trooper, they have 5 damage on them, so I guess, easily woundable, but we're now stealing both of those points. So that'll put us at 4. Back to the bounty hunters. It's IG-11. So, let's see. Dash. Oh yeah. Climb. Ingress. Gets me there. And then, do I want to, if I wound the Dark Troopers, then I get that point back. Otherwise I could just throw an attack into Boba Fett, but we still don't have momentum to lose. Oh, I wonder. Oh yeah, if they are not wounded, then you lose a momentum. I was just thinking, if you don't have momentum and wound and get a momentum, does the momentum go away? But no, because you wounded them. So let's do the 10 dice into Dark Troopers. I don't really want to spend another force on IG-88's ability. I think we're kind of blasting through it a little bit. I mean, it's been 3 activations, and I've used 2 out of 5. Next time Lando goes, he can refresh again. Maybe it's not so bad. But I don't need that much to either. I need 2 steps. So let's do the 10 dice into 7 again. No expertise, but 2 crits, 4 hits, 2 expertise will get them that 2 blocks and a crit to hit again. So 5 blocks, crit to hit. So 1 success is getting through on that. So, but again, we don't have any momentum to lose. But that'll only do 1 damage because of protection. So I need to, again, get 3 successes. Maybe this isn't going to work. Because now we're down to 8. Whoops, that's not right. 8 dice. And again, they're rolling 7. Jeepers. 2 expertise, or 2 blocks, and a crit to hit again. So that's going to be 6 blocks, crit to hit. That's going to block all of that. 2 is 1 crit again. So that's 1. 1 getting through for 1 damage again. Brutal. So I will flip 1 point, but not 2, unfortunately. They are, of course, 1 away from death, but that doesn't help me on this turn. So that'll be 3, and I will add a momentum to each side. Because it lands onto 0. But that'll be the bounty hunters. So should have paid that force for IG-88. But I didn't think 2 successes was going to be this difficult. So, they're going to get, Empire's going to get the Shatterpoint, which is very interesting because I could use it. I mean, it's not a super spicy activation, but I could use it to recover 2 from the Dark Troopers. They could also do a recover to take off 2 more. And then they're down to 3 damage instead of 7. They could still do an attack because they don't need to move. He could even attack Lando. Because if Bossk goes, he's just going to heal. And he could attack IG-88. And, I mean, if they get a shove him down. I mean, they have to shove him twice, get him out of range, in order for Boba to take that point back. The other play, of course, is just to go with Boba, have him shove. Well, he doesn't really have good access to shoves, is the problem. So yeah, I think we go darks here. Take off 2, lose their hunker, do a recover. So I'll take them down to 3 damage, and throw some shots. So this one is going to shoot IG-11. 6 dice. This one is, so IG-11, 6 dice on defense. Could get a reposition, but he's not going to want to leave that point. It might help him get back up, though. So 6 on 6. 3 expertise is going to get us a crit and a hit. So crit and 2 hits. 2 expertise will get us 2 blocks and a reposition. So 3 blocks. So the crit will go through. Or, well, like I said, he gets to reposition. So it's kind of pointless to shove him down. He'll just pop back up. Thing is, though, reposition, if I don't shove him, he can reposition more centrally, so that's even harder to shove him off. So he's only got 9 health. I think we do the 2 damage instead, even though that allows him to reposition. Which way do we want to be? I think more to the center. Don't really want to be too far away from the ingress points. And, I mean, then we give Boba a chance to, but he doesn't have very good shoves. So let's say, yeah, let's stay more than 1 shove away from this side. Alright. So, nothing's going to change over there. He's going to shoot into Lando, who also has 6 dice. Did I check his? Yeah. I usually start with the more ranged, heavy, aggressive side so that I can swap into the defensive side. So I think he should be on that. Same for him. So it does mean, unfortunately, that he will be rolling 5 dice. 6 from the Dark Troopers. 5 hits and a expertise, which would give them 7 hits off of 6 dice. Because that's what Dark Troopers do. 2 and 1. So 3 blocks. So 4 down the tree. So we could just throw a bunch of conditions on and double shove him, which will make him very unhappy. Let's see. Well, I mean, there's not much point in doing more than one shove, so we'll just take the one shove route. We'll actually use that to follow up, though. And kind of body block as well. And okay, so we're taking top track, that'll be 5 damage, and then strain. So, I mean, Lando can shed his conditions, but now one of them is a strain, which Bossk isn't going to like very much. 5 damage, pin strain. Yes. Okay, so we're not gaining points, but we are making things more difficult for the bounty hunters. So that will be the Empire's turn. And so bounty hunters will get Mando. And so does Mando want to go after Gideon? I mean, he has a dash and a move. So yeah, he's not doing any crazy across the board shenanigans here. I might need to send him over here to kind of deal with Dark Troopers, which is exactly what we don't want to be doing, because they can't be shoved by Clan of 2. We could instead do combat action attack followed by Clan of 2 5 dice attack. We want to make sure we get a shove so that we can actually use the dash to get up there and then get another shove. But hopefully he could get 2 successes through. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do here. So we'll do advance. And then a ranged attack. 7. We could use IG-88's thing. He's already going to use a force. Let's get the 7 dice out here. Dark Troopers, they're not hunkered anymore, so that's helpful. It's 5 dice. Do we want the extra 3? We have a momentum to lose. They have, I need to do 6 damage to wound them, which is not super likely on this attack. Yeah, I think we're hoping for, you hope for the 3 successes, and then you're only doing, needing to get 2 on the second attack. see what happens. Hopefully they're not rolling quite as hot. Okay, good. That's just going to be, so, I mean, still 3 blocks crit to hit. So, 3 successes still, plus his 2 expertise, which gives him another 2 crits. So that will be 5 successes. So we just straight up wound them. Or no, 4. Yes, right, block 3. So, yes, 4 getting. Through. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I could wound them, shove. Or get the free 5 dice. I think we just go for the wound. And then you have to pay for the dash, but it is what it is. I mean, you do this. I could do the 4 damage. No, let's just get the wound. So we'll do 6 damage, shove, and strain. So shove, have to go that way. Oops. Which I think is still in range, but he's gonna be wounded. Shove. Well, if he's wounded, I don't have to go up there. There we go. Now we're thinking. All right. Place. And strain. 6. So 5. Strain. Wound. And yeah, then we don't have to spend 1 for clan of 2. So that's nice. Yeah, everybody's happy. That worked out. So flip that for, well, wait a second. Boba is going to do a dash or a jump. It does have to be towards the primary unit. So is this activation? We kind of just want him to jump up here in range anyway. And so that's not going to flip that. He's not a tiebreaker or anything. So we'll still get the 4 points. And a momentum for that wound. And pass it back to the Empire. So the Empire is going to get Dengar. And what is Dengar going to do? Gets a dash. Payday doesn't care about right now. It's on wound. So we kind of want to be in melee. Those guys have done a nice job of body blocking. However, we get a dash. Which I think is going to get us to that level. And then we could do an advance, possibly. Yeah. We would need to wound them in order to actually get a flip. They are 8 health. He can do 7. If he pulls trees, 8. If he also gets his expertise. Oh no, that's range. Melee, yeah, melee not so much. So he's not going to get a one shot here. But it would be disappointing to only get 2 points. Could jump up there to make sure we get that point. I think that's the better option there. He's got 2. So yeah, he is 7 health currently. So I think we do that. And if we flip it, then Boba can leave. So Dengar is going to go this way. And then with his tactic dash, and then he's going to climb up here with his decent access to shoves. I think we put him over here. So even if he doesn't wound, he can get the shove off. Oops. Get that way. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. And he will be rolling 8 dice. Against 5. So 4 expertise will get me 2 crits and a pin. So 2 crits, 4 hits. We're doing a pin. Oof. 1 block. So that will be 5, so that will be a full tree. And if we take the... Well, either way, we do 7. And so let's load them up with conditions. We're just going to do literally every condition. Because why not? So ironically, Lando's team is the one that is taking all of the conditions. Well, Empire is very much not at the moment. So that will be a wound, however. So, oh, right. So, we gain a momentum, which sets off his thing before everyone else's revenge attacks. And we are across the board, so no one's going to be able to hit Dengar. So, while this unit is wounded, each time an opposing player gains a momentum token, if there are more enemy characters than other allied characters within 3, roll 1 attack die for each wounded or injured tokens. 1 attack die. If the roll contains any fails, then each character in the unit may dash, and each character within 3 suffers 5. Then he will be defeated. So, let's do it. He is out on his own. It's a hit, so nothing happens. Next up, let's do Bossk, even though he's not going to make it to do his attack. Allied Bounty Hunter is wounded after the effect is resolved. Then he gets a dash, 5 dice attack. So we will dash him up there. He's keeping that point a little more safe there. Then Mando is going to Heal 2. So there are no conditions on Bossk. So he's not within 2, so that's not going to do anything. And then reposition. So he will. Whoops, that's not it. Reposition that away. And everyone within 4, because everyone's scoundrels, can remove a condition and gain a hunker. So he is going to gain a hunker, as well as himself, Bossk, and him. And that's all that's happening there. So Dengar is flipping that point. And 4-3. So back to the bounty hunters. Bossk is going next, which is not exactly what we want here. Because we kind of need Lando to be able to give him all of the conditions. It will cost 2. Let's see here. It will cost 2 to put him in reserve. If we pick Lando, this was something that was just brought up as well. Because of reserving, you technically have to go with the next card. And I know that affects. Well, no, I think with Obi-Wan, you can still swap him into reserve when you've just put someone else in reserve. So I think people were talking about the Shatterpoint. If you shuffle back in the Shatterpoint, that's when it says that you have to go with the next card. So yeah, we're gonna take that chance. I think reserve him. I mean, Lando's not. Well, we want the refresh out of Lando. That's what we want. Who's going to be actually activating? That'll be IG-88. So, okay. All right, so let's see if the sequence happens here. So, okay, Lando. So we want to refresh to. We're going to give him expose. And, oops, we're going to shuffle him back in. And then we pick, and it's IG-88. And yes, that was a net 0 thing that we did there. But the important thing is next turn, I know I can pick Lando, give everything to Bossk, and have Bossk heal. So IG-88, high priority target. One character may dash. One more enemies within 5. This unit makes a focus action. He is pretty far from enemies. I mean, he'd actually like have to go towards the Dark Troopers in order to get that free focus. It's not like he has sharpshooter or anything though, so I think we just move him up. I don't know where we want him to end up though, is the thing. So he has a reposition at the end of his tree, but I'm not expecting that. I mean, I can add. Yeah, most people are saying it's probably better to just go with his reactive to modify dice, or to reroll. 2 also doesn't cost a force, so close enough. 2, 8, get within 5. Yeah, so we can't add the expose before, unfortunately. Yeah. But let's go towards Gideon, I guess. Yeah, no. Because yeah, we can't get over to get that point. Okay. And then there. Attack him with 7 dice. Moth. Was I supposed to flip him? Yeah, not yet. 6. Two crits, 3 hits. Oh, 1 expertise. Oh, he actually gets 2 more. Wait. He was hunkered, but then he was engaged with IG-11, so he does not get 2 more. 1 expertise is a block, so 4 through. 1 away from the reposition there. I can do 2 shoves, 6 damage. Or conditions. 5 in expose, 1 shove. 6, 2 shoves. Could condition them up as well. Doesn't really like pin and strain. Well, no, we can't get that part. Pin expose. Yeah, let's do the pin. Pin expose, 1 shove. So it would be 5 damage in the end. There you see. Pin 1. Shove. 5 damage. I can get a and expose. I can get a follow-up, which is not going to even get me in range, but we're getting there. Oh yeah, I can reroll. Yeah, I can reroll 2. And that gets me another crit, so that's 5. Okay. Back up. So, I can't get the reposition. So 5 damage, 2 shoves, strain. And the reposition will get me up there for it. There we go. That's better. Right? Yeah. Okay. We can do another shove as well. So plop him there. Basically looking like he deployed with Vader Squad. We will flip that, and for 4. All right, so that's the farthest we brought it back this way, and throw it back to the Empire. They're gonna get ISBs. ISBs are going to be able to just walk up and outbody IG-88 on that point, but you know, it happens. Yeah, so we'll take we still have, yeah, a decent amount of force left. So we can take do assault tactics, take a damage for the focus, and move forward. He's basically going to climb there. He's going to move closer and climb there. We're aiming to shove him off. They have impact 1. So, and Gideon will give us an extra dice in melee because it is a point that I do not control. So the first one's probably going to shove him off. I want to make sure. I mean, I'm outbodying him anyway, but so yeah, we'll see if I shove him off or not, because I get more. Well, I get 2 more dice in melee. Whoops, wrong. Except he gets 4 in melee. He does get a reposition, potentially. I think I do want to limit his dice, so we'll keep him in melee and hope to do the shove on the second one. So they'll be throwing 9 dice with Gideon. Oh boy, 5 expertise. What are we doing here? A crit and a shove. So 2 crits and a shove. The expertise will become 2 blocks, so 3 blocks. So yeah, just the 2 crits. 2 crits next shove. So we'll do 2 damage, pin, and a shove. Yeah, he doesn't get the reposition here. So if we do that, this guy could just take a shot at the wing guard. That might be better, because we don't want to have him reposition back up. So let's make sure that that's an okay angle. No, that's not okay. Okay. So we will have to shove him just kind of to the edge here. And we don't need to follow up. Is he going to be out of... Yeah, that will put him... I think he is still in range. But road bodying him anyway. So I shouldn't be thinking this hard about it. But anyway. Same attack over again. And he'll just get 2 blocks this time. Oh, good roll by the ISB. So 3 expertise is that crit and a shove again. So 3 and 3 minus 2, so 4. So we could do 3 damage, shove, and expose, which seems pretty good. Expose, shove. There. And let's follow up. Just a kind of body block here. A bit. And yeah, I did the damage. Exposed. Okay. So that's ISBs. They're gonna flip that. And that will be 3 points. So we're dancing over the middle here. So yeah, no momentum, so we don't have to do IG stuff. So now we're gonna have Lando go. He's gonna pick a Scoundrel within 4, which will be Bossk, and give him a dash. So we're gonna kind of dash him into the board here. Targets. Although we should be trying to get someone to go that way. So maybe let's back that up. You can't give him another dash though. Fortunately, that would be Lobot. So maybe, well, if there's a revenge trigger though, that would give him a dash. I mean, he's going next turn, so it doesn't really matter. And Lando's not getting okay. So yeah, let's go with that. And so Lando is going to give him all the conditions. And then he is going to have to take a move action. So his turn is going to be pretty lackluster. He can't really get in range of anything. Just going to replace himself on that point. Dark Troopers are already wounded. Can't shoot Boba. So I guess we're just doing a take cover. And for the hunker. I could do a recover, but I think the hunker's better here. Switch into our more defensive stance. And that's Lando. So 3 again. But now we've set up for Bossk to get rid of stuff. So the trick that hopefully works, it was Samuel Sweeten kind of realized that if you use Payday on Bossk, that will set off the strain, and you can actually do that Payday before his tactic goes off, and so then he would no longer have the strain and could just regenerate everything. So that'll be the plan there. But we're back to the Empire. Empire is going to finally pull Vader. And so who is Vader going to kill? Vader's got a good target in IG-88. Let's see. IG-11's already... If I could get over here, that would be wonderful. But I don't think I can. Only has a dash and an advance. And I've put this guy in the way. Although the dash wouldn't get me there either. Can I climb? Well, they've body blocked that ingress point, so yeah, I don't think he's getting there. Now, can his ranged attack wound them? 7, potentially 8, because they are 8 health, but they are also hunkered. So yeah, I don't think that's happening. The other question is, do I want him to actually be shuffled back into the deck or not? Because we have Boba Fett and, oh yeah, Lando went. Right, so, oh, that's interesting. So, Dengar's there, IG-11's wounded, so yeah, he does have to jump toward the primary that activated, so we can put him there. I think he's in range, though, at the proper elevation, so that works for Boba. Yes, okay. Do we want Boba to just go? Reserve Vader. Have him steal that point. Yeah, could wound Lando. That'll give Mando a reposition, which is not actually going to get in there. But he could steal that point then. So we'd be trading points if I did that. Or does he have the movement to get over there? So at the start of this activation, he can do a jump or a 5-dice attack. Yeah, so he's just got the jump and a move. It's at the start of his activation, so it's locked there. So you can't do the move first. I don't think. Move first, ingress, jump. I could do it without setting off the revenge trigger. Yes. That's what we want. That's why we bring Boba. That's what everybody talks about. So, yes, we will throw Vader into reserve. That'll cost a force. Boba will be next. He will jump. Does it have to be towards? No. I mean, it's going to be kind of towards anyway. He will jump there. I think I want to do the ranged. I mean, it's 7/7, but yeah, it's pretty much equivalent. But we'll do the ranged attack. No, because he's hunkered. So we will move. Get rid of his hunker. Melee attack. And yeah. Do the melee attack, 7 dice. Into 6. No expertise, just straight 5 hits. 2 blocks. And crit to fail, which does nothing. He gets a heal at the end. So that does affect our math here. 3, no, 2, just 2. So 3 getting through. So that would do 4 damage, disarm, and a shove, potentially. We want to just be doing 3 damage, though. So we're going to stop at 3, and a disarm. And then we can just do the pin and disarm. And that will wound him. So, what's the range on this one? Range 3, okay. So we could do damage to them. I mean, it doesn't, it's Bossk who's going to heal Mando. I mean, if I do 5 damage to him, well, no, it's not a roll thing. It's just a 1 damage thing. Not Django. Okay. Oh, right, but he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna heal 1. So he's going to heal, yes, just heal the 1 health. Because the disarm's going to be a damage anyway if I pick Whipcord. Or no. Yeah, no, never mind. Yes, so I need... This way Boba has to use both abilities. Because I need to do the 1 damage and the disarm. Otherwise, I can just do the 1 damage. Okay, so he's gonna have to pay 2, do disarm for damage, and pin, do damage, and the other one will go to Mando. And so that will get a wound on Lando, which will gain us a momentum, which will set off IG-88's thing. So he will roll 1 attack die, and if it's a fail, then he explodes. It's a crit, so not this time. Okay, and then it's not a bounty hunter, so he doesn't get his thing. His thing is also an attack. Mando. Oh, Mando's is not an attack. So I don't actually avoid the Mando thing. Darn. So he's going to heal 2, which will actually just get rid of the strain and a damage from himself. Unless he wants to take another condition off of Lando. But, I mean, Lando can shed everything. Yeah. We'll take the damage off himself. Then he'll get a reposition, which will end up stealing this point and be a net 0 for them. So steal that. Boa gets that. And yeah, use the move. And so that will be 3 points again. Okay. Okay. So, back to the bounty hunters. And we're going to get Bossk. He's going to get rid of all the conditions. And no longer be hunkered. And he basically needs to push Boba off. He does have early shoves, so probably easy enough. Could do, well, no, we don't. Is anyone? No, no one's in range to potentially be wounded. So we might as well use explosive ordnance. One, roll 5 dice. Get some free damage on Boba. We're looking for expertise, which we got 0. But we had the dash. So should have kept him in range, but didn't. So anyway, Boba would have gotten for the other point if that was the case, I guess. So coming back into range, we are going to attack with 6 dice. I mean, we could, yeah, we can focus, make it 7 dice. And he's got 4. 4 expertise for Bossk. Will be 2 crits and strain. So strain on Boba. Straight 4 blocks. So the 3 crits are getting through. Oh yeah, you could just spend 1 for more. But if we don't wound, then we lose a momentum. 9 health. I don't think he's wounding. No, I don't think so. Okay, so we're getting 3 steps through. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, after the fact, I don't think those 3 dice would have helped much anyway. We can get, I think we have to go the shove route, so 4 and 2 shoves. Shove. And basically shove him to the edge. And sit there. Score that one. For 4 for the bounty hunters. So bounty hunters are slowly pulling it to their side. Oops. And oh yes, and we get 2 force. We have 2 force left. So for each ready force, you can choose allied unit to remove a condition or an enemy unit to gain conditions. Oh, he's immune to pin. So we'll give Dengar a strain, Vader a pin. And yes, that's the refresh. And then Vader. Oh yeah, Vader. He removes conditions anyway, so that's silly. Let's. Yeah, okay. Let's take a condition off somebody here. Maybe we take the strain off of IG-11 because he doesn't have any way of getting rid of it otherwise. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay. Vader. Refresh force. he's going to do. We're sitting at 4 here. If only he could get somewhere. Position. Not likely getting full tree on that. Gets a wound, then I can dash somebody. We don't really want to be having Vader stuck in the deck. So we'll spend the 1. And then, oops, 8. And have him go over to IG-88, re-rolling 11 dice. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to. I thought I started him with that. So yeah, 11 dice. And yeah, he's exposed and 4. So this should be an easy wound, hopefully. Definitely. 3 expertise. Okay, 3 expertise is a crit and 2 hits. So that will be 8 hits and 2 crits. And he's blocking nothing. So that's going to be full tree. If I can do anything with the jump. Yeah, it's not going to be enough to get him there. Anyway, okay. So strain will do the jump, but I'm not sure what it's going to do. We're going to shove him this way. Strain him, wound him, and do a jump. Which will, I think, get us there. Yeah, if we jump over this way. Oh, it still won't matter. So let's give him a dash just in range. That we can think about giving him a dash that way, or some sort of move that way. Okay. So we can only score 2. We get our wound, which gives us a momentum. We did the dash. Although I think IG-11 goes first in that, because it's whenever they gain the momentum. Hit, so no, okay. Now, so I gave him my dash. So, what order do we want to do this? So Bossk can do dash and a 5 dice attack. Do that on Boba. So, yeah, let's do that. 5 dice. 4. No expertise, just 4 hits. 1 expertise, 2, so that'll be nothing. And then Mando gets a reposition. So I could pop him up here. Get him ready to take on Dengar. It's kind of just gotta hold down that point as well. Heals aren't going to do anything. He gets another hunker. Yeah, I think that's all Mando does. He just sits there. So good time to wound on that. But we will only get 2 points. Regain our momentum, and that'll set off IG again. Expertise. Okay. So still nothing. And we'll refresh. Back to the bounty hunters. I get the Shatterpoint right off the top here. So we're sitting with 4. And we still need 6 points, basically. I think there's an opportunity to get 5, probably. I mean, he's steadfast, but wake him up. I need to get 4 steps through for the double shove. I already have that point, so don't really need to wake up Lando. Bossk has already got that. So ISBs are there. They have 5 health left. I mean, is there a world where he can shoot, he can kill them and go there for 5 and the wound? He's pinned, disarmed, and exposed. So, but if I get rid of the disarm, the dash will get rid of the pin. We'd have to do a dash, shoot, spend a force for the second shot, and yeah, he's wounded, so adding the 3 dice from IG-88 would also cost 2. I don't think we'd want to use the 3 to there. Let's see. Because I need to get 4 steps in order to get the wound. And so if he doesn't wound, then that's not gonna be great. So I think we do wake him up. Get rid of the disarm. The dash is gonna get rid of the pin. The thing is, now I'm making it so I'm gonna need the reposition. Because we're gonna do the dash. I mean, yeah. Do the dash. I mean, unless shoves might get him in range because it's over here. So shove on 2. Nope, wrong one. Shove on 2 there. Let's do just normal attack. Oh, gets rid of the damage. So it'll be 7. And ISPs are not great in at range anyway. 4. So we'll just do normal attack, no added dice on this. So that'll be 3, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 2 expertise. Oh, so they're blocking all the hits. What's the expertise giving me? A crit. Uh-oh. Okay. So yeah, crit's gonna do 2 damage. So I would need to do 3 damage and a reposition. So for the shove, well, a shove would get me in range, but the shove doesn't have any damage. So I basically need 3 steps either way here. So we'll spend the force for the second attack. The extra 3 dice is innate, so we'll roll 8 dice on this. Against 4 again. And hopefully get more through. There we go, 3 crits. There are 4 expertise. Crit to miss. 2 blocks. So that takes out 3 results. So we're still sitting with 3 plus the expertise, so 4. So yeah, we're getting 4 through. Nice. Okay. So we'll go with the reposition route 5 and pin. So that's kind of what we wanted last time, but pin 5. I get the wound. Do a reposition. Hopefully I can actually fit after all that. Oops. Yeah, it'll fit in there. And so we'll get the momentum for the wound. Get that. And so that'll be 5 points. And which will be enough to end the struggle. Alright, next, finally, bounty hunters take that struggle.